So in the last session, we discussed about how to load a CSV file into the Power BI desktop, and also we have seen how to perform the basic data pre-processing task using Power Query Editor. So in today's session, what we will do is we'll go ahead and take a look at how to import multiple files in one go using a folder in Power BI desktop. Okay. So before I jump into the Power BI desktop, I just give you the context or scenario when this folder connector is very much helpful. Okay. For example, in the real-time scenario, you have a requirement, every monthly reports. So there are, different types of reports will be generated, and, different, durations or different time period. For example, there are some reports that needs to be are generated on a daily basis. There are some reports, weekly reports. There are some reports, monthly reports. Okay, every daily reports and this kind of operational reports, the weekly reports are the kind of operational reports, monthly reports, something like dashboard, executive management. They want to see the senior management. They want to take a look at how they are performing, how their business is performing based on the parameters, various KPIs, metrics. They will measure where they stand, and where they need to focus more. So for in that kind of situation, monthly reports are very much helpful. Even monthly, every month also they review what is the sales performance, what is the finance related dashboards. They will review it every month. Okay, what is the cash on hand and what is the outstanding amount and the profit and loss. Everything they will they need it on a monthly basis. Okay, there are some reports daily, weekly, and monthly basis they need to generate. For example, in the case of monthly report, they want to see every month the sales. Okay, sales performance. So in that case, what happens? Let's in your organization, every day the daily sales data related information gets stored in a CSV file. For example, CSV file. The daily data gets stored in a CSV files, and in order to perform or generate a monthly sales summary report or so, you need to combine the daily generated CSV file into a single file. Let's say per month, Jan month, 31 days are there, right? So 31 into 1, right? So 31 files, you need to combine it together, and then you need to make it a single file, right? Combine it and make it a single file, and then on top of that, you generate a report. Okay, this is one of the scenarios. So in that case, you need to combine 31 files in order to consolidate the monthly data. Okay, so in that case, what will happen is if you use get data 31 times, you need to load the files. Due to oversight, if you forget to load one file, you're gone. Okay, and again, it is, see, 31 days here, it makes 31 files, right? Here, in this case, let's say each day file size is close to, let's say each day, the file has close to 10 million records in it. Okay, so 310 million records. Okay, 10 million records. And if you load it, one after other, it is a time-taking process to load 10 million records in each day, right? So what will happen is to load that, you have to wait till you need to sit next to the system and watch whether the load is happening or not. And once the first Jan data get loaded, second Jan data you need to load it. Okay, third Jan, likewise each day 10 million records are there on an average. Okay, you need to stay awake and you need to keep loaded. So rather than doing this one, right? So instead of loading the files one after another in the Power BI desktop, we have something called the folder connector option. Just specify the folder name. What Power BI does is, for example, your folder name is something like NC sales, North Carolina sales. This is where in this folder, even if you have subfolders, in the subfolders, even if you store the files, so all the files that are part of this NC sales folder, as well as the files that are available under these subfolders will also be picked automatically when you use the folder connector, and then it will it will combine all the files into a single file. Okay. So we don't have to manually load each and every file. All we need to do is just say the file, the folder location. That's all. We don't have to load each and every file separately. Okay, it will save time, and at the same time, make sure that if any files gets pushed to any of the subfolders or the main folder of your NC sales will get picked up automatically. So here, if you schedule it using any scheduler tool, as soon as the file arrives here, right, so the job will go and pick up that one, and then it will generate the report automatically. It'll help us to do automation as well. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I just show in this file itself. So here I'm going to click on the get data option, and we have something called folder connector. I just click on more. It'll take some time. Look here. You can see in the all, you'll find something called the folder option here, folder connector. Okay, you just select the folder and click on connect. And here you need to specify the folder path. For example, in my case, I have a folder by the name of NC sales. File Explorer. I just go here and let me just check NC sales, NC daily sales. Yes, here I have I just click on here, right click on it, copy this folder name, right click on it and paste it here. That's all. And click on OK. So if you see here, I just specified the folder name only. Wasn't it? I just specified the folder name, NC daily sales. That's all. In this folder, whatever the files that were available, the march.csv, feb.csv got picked up automatically. On top, if you see here, the feb.csv file was not available directly under this folder. It is available under a subfolder called APR. Right. So from with this, what we can understand is not only the files from NC daily sales folder it picks up, but also the subfolders that are part of the NC daily sales. Also, it goes and picks up the files. Okay, fine. The next step is we have four options here: the combine, load, and transform. The cancel is pretty straightforward. If you click on this, it will not load anything. The combine. So what here we are doing is, as the name suggests, right? It will combine these two files and then it will open the Power Query editor. Okay, or what other option is, okay, simply combine these two files and load it. And simply, no, don't do anything, don't combine it, simply load it. Okay, and the next one is transform data. When I click on this, it will open the Power Query editor. So first I want to load the data and then only I want to combine everything. Okay, so what I do is, in this case, I hit the load button here. I hit the load button here. So why I did not select combine and load? Upfront, if I select combine and load, it will try to combine the files. In case of any formatting related issues with these two files, it will not get combined, it will fail. See, in the real-time scenario, to load one file, it takes, let's say, 6 to 8 hours time. On top, if you combine the two files, 6 plus 6, 12 hours it will take. And just before, let's 6 plus 6, 12 hours, it will take to combine the two files. Let's assume that way. So in that case, at the end of the 12th hour, if the job fails, you are gone. That is because of some formatting or data related issues. The 2 days or the 6 plus 6, 12 hours, whatever the time you waited, it will become waste. First, what we will do is we wanted to load each and every file separately, let it be there. And then I wanted to take a look at those files, each file. And in case of any inconsistency, any issues related to data, I first fix it. And then if I do the transformation, it makes sense. Because in the real-time scenario, there is something called SLA, service level agreement. Each job should run within a stipulated amount of time. If that takes longer time, it will have a significant impact on the business. Look here, I just selected this one, NC daily sales. This is the one, the folder. Look here, I just show you before that. In this navigation field, under this fields pane, you can see the NC daily sales. This is the one. You expand it, you can see the metadata kind of thing. Which date this folder got accessed, which date the files were created, all this metadata information is there. Unlike the other files or tables, when you click on the folder related thing, you will not be able to see the data. Instead, you can see the metadata only. These are the metadata. What do you mean by the metadata? Data about data. So when on which date this file got created, which date the file got modified, okay, and which date got accessed, which folder path this file is available, which subfolder path this file is available, this information, okay. But you cannot see the actual data that are available in this one. Now what I do is I just select only these two files, these two columns, okay, and then I'm going to right click on it and then remove other columns. The rest of the columns will get removed. I don't need the rest of the columns. Okay, the next step is, if you look at here, the content next to this, you have the two down arrow, double down arrow, and you have this one, the file name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it now. When I click on it now, the combine files, it will combine it. It opened the data preview window. It'll just show you some data, okay? It's kind of a sample data. It will not show the entire data because if the volume of the data is very huge, to open the data preview window itself will take longer time in order to display the entire file data. They simply show some data, the sample data. With that, if you move towards the right side and left side, and if you take a look at this data at a high level, you will get to know whether the file is that the file that you are intended to load it or use it. Yes, fine. The next step is I'm just I'll hit the OK button. Done. We are done. So those two files got combined. Okay, and if I move this on the right side, we can see, okay, all the files, all the data got loaded here, and I'll just go here, view, and I just go to columns. Here also you can check the column names, everything. Okay, you just check all the steps. Okay, there are certain steps, right? It got removed other columns. Yeah, these are the things that we carried out. And then these are the steps that we applied it. And the next one is we removed other columns, transform file table, and change the type. Okay, and the next one is, just for the sake of checking it out, I'm going to do this one. The name, everything, product name. Okay, let me just see here the name, product name, customer name. Okay, these are the columns are available. Everything is available, fine. And the next step is I just want to check how many number of rows are there in this files. Two files we have combined together. Okay. And what I do is I just hit the transform ribbon. Here you will find something called count rows. If you click on it, it will give you the total number of records that were available in these two files, 3343. Okay, these two files put together, 3,343 records are there. Fine. Now we have understood, how many number of records are there in both the files. What I am going to do is filtered hidden rows and source.csv. And okay, let me do one thing. I just click on this one and see continue. Content type. Okay, this is not required. Okay, I need to do it again here. 1 second. Sorry, I just removed those two things. What I am going to do is I'm going to expand this one. Look here, you have an option skip files with errors. This is the real time scenario, we will be using this option. We will be enabling it because let's say in this case, two examples for the sake of illustration, I just took only two files. While loading these files, just because one record or two record or few columns, data related issues, my entire data load should not get failed. Skip files with errors. In case of any errors, you simply skip it and then still go ahead and load it. I just click on OK. Okay, now we can see all the steps that were applied here. And then everything is available here. Fine. I just recheck one more time how many number of records, 3343. And also what we will do is in this, we'll go to the operating system. And the march.csv, if you see here, when you open it, and if you scroll down here, look here, in total 19 records are there. If you exclude the column header, this row, because here just column name, right? We can exclude this. And out of 19, if you exclude the first row, 18 records are there. And then here, if I go to this file, here we have 3326. 3326 plus how much? Plus 18 records in that file, right? So 3344 are there. No, here 1 second. 3326 plus in that 18, right? So how come it shows? Let me just cross check. You need to cross check whether these two are matching it. Here it shows 3343, right? Yeah, 3343. Yeah, because the first record, we need to ignore it, right? First record is your column header. Yes. No, it is not 3. Yeah, 3325. Very good, Nitesh, right? 3325 plus 18. So 3343, correct, right? So it is matching here. So with this, we can conclude that both the files got meshed together. Very good. So the next step is I'm going to, yeah, that's all. I just go and say close and apply. Okay, so now we got these values. So now I just go to the report canvas, and here what I do is I just select the table visual. Okay, this is your visualizations pane. Here you can see the table visual. I just clicked on it. It got dropped automatically, in the report canvas. So what I am going to do is now I just select some values and put it here. And for example, I just take the category and drop it here. And second, I just drop it here. And then the sales, I will just put it here. Font size, I just say 12 also. Okay, 5,04,000. See the total sales for all these three categories put together, for the 2 months, Feb and March, 5,04,000 we are getting it. I just go to the folder here, and then I just copy this file, and then I just click on the D drive and then STU stored folder. I just copy paste it here. Okay, already I have the Feb file. See, I'm just taking the backup. That's all. Okay. Why am I taking the backup? I'm going to remove this file here. Look here. What is the main folder that I use? It daily NC daily sales. Here, I just go to the subfolder and I just delete this file. Okay, this file is open already. 1 second. Let me just close the Excel file. Sorry, the CSV file. And then if I delete it here, right click and delete it. That's all. Now we end up having only one file. It has got only 18 records in the APR folder. That feb.csv file, I removed it. Let's see what happens if I go here in the home folder, in the home ribbon. Currently, I'm in home ribbon. And if I click on the refresh button, what will happen? This value will get changed. So this is for 2 months data. Feb, now I removed it from the folder, Feb month data. Only March month data is there. Look here, the value got changed. Similarly, see in the real-time scenario, what will happen is, I just show you here one more time. The file folder, file explorer. So what will happen is the file every month when new or every day whenever the data file gets generated, the file will get pushed automatically to your NC daily sales folder. Okay, that's it. And then what you need to do is, if when you click on the refresh, so whenever, see, this is an automated. See, in our example, I just manually copy pasted it with this file. In real time scenario, what will happen? This file will get copied automatically from one location to, this target location automatically. It's all done through scheduler. And then the refresh. See here, in this case, I manually refreshed it. I just clicked on it, but in real time scenario, everything is scheduled. We have something called schedule option that is available on Power BI Cloud Service. When you set up some scheduled time, it will come and read the file and then it will refresh it. Okay. So it will refresh it. In order to set up in order to schedule the data refresh automatically. See here, manually I clicked it. You don't have to manually click it. If you go and schedule it, let's for example, every day by 9:30 p.m. IST, whatever the file or files are available in this folder, you just refresh it. It will go and refresh it. Okay, we can schedule it that way. Okay, it'll do the refresh automatically here. Okay, so but here I did not do it automatically because in order to schedule it, I need to go to the Power BI Cloud Service. I need to set up that. That I will show you later. Okay, or we will do one thing. I will just publish. So why don't we spend some time today, right? Instead of for a change, what I'm going to do is in this batch, I'll just set up the schedule there. schedule the data refresh. See, in this case, we have only one report. In the real time, when you work with Walmart or any bigger companies on a daily basis, they'll be generating 200 report files. You cannot open each and every file. You'll not be able to click each and every file. It is not possible. We forget to refresh, it will cause some kind of confusion. What I am going to do is, one second, where is that browser? Okay, here, app.powerbi.com. So here I just go and click on publish. Okay, I just save this. So here you can see the publish button. When you click on the publish button, this report will get published on the cloud. So here, this is what the cloud folders. See here, this is what my cloud actually. I have used my login credentials. With that, I logged in here. And then I have created some folders here. We have something called workspaces. This is nothing but folders. When you click on new workspace, it will ask you, for example, if I click here, it will ask you the workspace name. You just think the workspace is nothing but the folder name. Okay. So if you see here, I have a lot of workspaces are available. Right? These folders or workspaces already created. So what happens here is it automatically connected to my cloud. Already I mentioned the cloud username, password, and the cloud server name, everything. So once you specify, that's it. Next time when you click on publish button, it will open it. It will not ask you the username and password. It's kind of your what do you say, in the cookies in the browser, right? It is something like that. So what I'm going to do is I select this folder, which is nothing but the workspace. In the dev sandbox folder, you publish this report. Okay, I say replace. Already this file is there, you replace it there. Report dashboard design, this report, I just schedule it there. Success, got it. So the next step is, one second, the recording is going on. Yeah, recording is going on, very good. So now I just go to the dev sandbox. Look here, report dashboard design. So 12/10/22 today. Okay, and 9:32. Just now this report got published on cloud. So whatever we see it here, it got published on cloud. To test that, you just open it and see. So this is the 5,04,000. This is what we are seeing. This is my local desktop thing. This is the cloud. The same report, I publish it. Anyhow, don't worry about publishing all the things. We will take a deep dive down the line. Don't worry. Okay. You just take a look at this one. That's all. Okay. And the next step is I just go back here. And here what I do is report dashboard design, right? So here, if I click on this one, it is a manual thing. It will load the entire data again. Okay. And we will test one by one. What I am see currently 5,04,000 is there, right? So I just go to this folder again. I just remove the file here again. And then now what I do is here, I'm not going to click on the refresh button. Instead, I just go to the cloud here. Look here I have something called refresh now. Okay. And before that, I'll open another session here, app.powerbi.com. Just give me a second. I'm getting a call. Just okay. So I had to go and All right. So the thing is here, yeah, I just published the report. Okay. And here we can see this one. I removed the file here, right? One file I removed it. And I just open the report here also on cloud. You can see 504. When I go here, and once again, I just go to the workspaces, Dev Sandbox. Same thing. Here, I just click on the refresh now. When I click the refresh now, what will happen is it is similar to this refresh. It will go and read the data from this folder again. Since the FEB file is not available, the total value should get reduced. Only the March month sales only it should show. Okay, that is the one we are going to test it. Let me just click on it here. Refresh now. Refresh to 9:43 p.m. There is select the warning icon to view details. Please try again later for contact support. Okay, 1 second. Let me just click on this here. We have something called settings. I just go and check the gateway connection. The gateway connection should run here. Okay, here what I'm going to do is instead of using personal gateway, I just click on it here. And this is the folder path. This and all I'll explain it later point in time. At this moment, you just understand how the refresh is happening in the cloud. Okay, that's all. Let's say a deep neuron gateway source name, something like demo test. Windows username. All these things I'll explain you later. At this moment, it's too early to discuss all these things. You just focus on the place what I say. Okay. I just select, this is not getting created. 1 second. Demo test. And then demo test. Yeah, NC daily sales. Okay, that is enough. And probably I will add this one also here. NC daily sales demo test and sales 004. Okay, let it be there. And M1 add to gateway. So what you do is my screen gets stuck. If you get this issue, probably you can re-log in, okay? Or you can try re-log in with some other thing, okay? Sometimes, your system can hang. My net connection is stable, yeah. I don't know any issue is there. Aditya, you can just connect it parallelly from your mobile phone or other laptop also. Oh, Sumati, you joined. Very good. Okay. Just let me unable to create a duplicate data source name. Okay, data source name is something like one, and then can you say it now? Or is it still freezing? This got
I
changes.
can't see it, sir.
Oh, okay, resume share. Yeah, I just resumed. Oh, okay. My screen was not shared because I was away for a moment, right? Hope you can see my screen now. Am I correct?
Yes, yes, I can see.
Fine, fine. Good that as soon as you notice this kind of issues, let me know quickly so that otherwise what will happen? No, it will not get recorded also. It will record it only you can hear my voice. That is the problem. And here demo 2 or something like that. Authentication method. All these things you can ignore it. It is too early to discuss about this. Okay, I just create something. The moment when I say please concentrate, that time only you need to focus. Look here, the standard gateway is running here. This is personal gateway. This is my standard gateway. What I do is, okay, let it be there. Everything is there and schedule refresh. And before that, I just, okay, now the configuration was over. The gateway configuration. In order to do the data refresh on cloud, you need to have this one in place. The gateway should run in your laptop, and at the same time in the cloud you need to specify which gateway it has to use. One second, I will explain you. And then in the workspaces I just select Dev Sandbox. In this one, the report design dashboard, right? This is the one. I just click on it one more time. It is creating some error here. So there was an error with your data set. Select the warning to view details. See details. Data skill refresh is disabled because at least one data is missing credentials. To start the refresh again, go to the data set setting. Okay. There is setting problem. Refresh, but it got failed. Dev Sandbox and create report, share this data. Failed to test the connection or to your data source here. See here, the emp1 and expense dot, for these two things we can see error. Other things are fine. Okay. So what I am going to do is I just say add to gateway. I'll create something for this one. Data source name is demo 22 or something like that. emp1.cc authentication method. Windows username, this one. You ignore these steps. This is for demo 22. No, demo 22. Okay, demo 222. 222 for emp1.csv. I just go here. Triple two and expenses double two. Let me apply this. We'll see. Okay. Admin granted access credentials. Okay, not required. Now all these issue got solved. Look here, this one got selected here, right? Currently the standard gateway is running. This is where we need to do the configuration. All these steps, you ignore it. This one will explain it later point in time in detail. When I cover Power BI Cloud Service, I'll explain it in detail. Now, what my intention here is, I just click on the workspaces and click on Dev Sandboxes, and once again, Dev Sandbox. In this folder, I publish the report. And this is where, right? I just click on this one again. This is a one time. Look here, now the refresh is running here. Can you see it here? It is loading here. So now it goes to the NC daily sales folder in my laptop. From the cloud, it tries to access the data from my from my local laptop, NC daily sales folder. Now it can find only one file, right? The other file I deleted it. Still the refresh takes time. Okay, the refresh has been done now. Where? Yes, refreshed. Look here, 95307. Now, if I see, there are two files, report dashboard design version 0.1, and then two files are there. When you click on the report file publish here, right? This is my local Power BI desktop. When I clicked on this, and then it got published here. But while publishing it, two files got published. One is the report file. You see this icon is report file. The data related to this file also automatically get published along with the report file. Remember this. Now, when I click on this, it should not show the same total. Look here, 8,825. Got it? So here, so if I refresh it here also, this total is for Feb and March total. Listen very carefully. I removed the Feb now. When I clicked on refresh, it goes and accesses the folder again. It will do the total only for the March month. So 8,833. 8,825, 8,085, both are matching, correct? But in this case, what I did, I just went to this folder. I clicked refresh here. Instead of clicking the refresh here, since the report is available on cloud, I clicked it here. This is my, see, this is data icon, data set. I just clicked on it. So this is also manual way of refreshing the data on cloud. In this case, what happened when I clicked on this, for this, in this report, what all the files that I used it, those files will be read from the cloud to my local desktop. But especially when it comes to NC daily sales, since in this folder, only one file is there, one file I removed it, right? So what happened? It shows only the current files total sales after I did the refresh. Okay, this is also manual way of doing it. When you click on this one, what I do is I just go and click on the settings. See, next to this data set related to this report file, 3 dots are there. This is ellipse. These 3 dots are called ellipses. When I click on this settings, where I just go here, and then now let us see, instead of manually clicking it, is there any way if we can schedule it? 1 second. Something I pressed it. Yeah. So here, so gateway connection, I configured it, and then data source credentials. You can ignore these 2 steps. Look here, schedule refresh. Now I'm going to enable this on daily. What is the time now? 9:56, right? Chennai, Mumbai, add another time. I'm going to say 9:30 p.m. That's it. Next, what I do is I just go here and then copy paste that file again here, stew. I just go to this stew folder. And then February file, I just copy paste it here. Oh my God, Feb somehow got removed. I made a mistake. Okay, what I will do is I'll just copy the April file, copy this file, and then put it in my NC daily sales. In this folder, I put APR file. APR has how many number of records? Here also we have 18 records only, okay? And the sales column, all, yeah, 2003. Oh my God, there is some text data is there. It will throw some error. Let me do one thing here. Anyhow, the schedule, right? I set it by 10 o'clock. I just go here, NC daily sales. I just go to the sales column here. It shows this one only, but it will fail because of that thing, you know. Okay, what I will do is here, I just go smartly, and then the APR file. In the last two records only, I have the dollar concatenated with the sales, right? Yeah, these three records, I just remove it. Or else I just remove the $2,000, I remove it. And comma also I remove it. 2,309. I just simply copy paste it here. So that, see, if you have the dollar along with the text, sorry, the dollar is kind of a text. If you have the dollar along with the numeric value, it will become a text data type. All these things you ignore it. So in this case, I have a sales data, and look here, if I select all these things, how much? 8,825. Even in the March file, we have 8,825. 16,000 should come in total. By 10 p.m. tonight, the refresh should happen automatically. Look here, I just open the March.csv. I go to the sales column. Here also we have 8,000. So 16,000 and odd. Okay, 17,000 and odd should come. In my cloud, I just configure 9:30 p.m. Do the refresh. It will automatically refresh the data, which means it goes and reads this folder. Since I have two files are available in this folder now, what it should show here is instead of 8,825, 17,160 and odd, 17,160. So for this, we will, yeah, now it has got started, right? So now it is, sorry, 10 o'clock. Okay. It is now, it is 10 o'clock. I should have, it's not 9:30, it is 10 o'clock, right? My God, we cannot do it 10:15. Okay, only option is 10:30 p.m. By 10:30 p.m. it will start. We have some more time. I'll cover one more hour because we need to cover topics. Okay, more subject. By 10:30 p.m. tonight, this file, the refresh will happen automatically. It will refresh it. Since we enabled it, it will get executed, refresh. It will refresh it by 10:30 p.m. automatically. In that case, what will happen is it will go and read this folder files in my laptop. From the cloud, it goes and reads this folder files. Since we have two files now, 18,825 into 2, right? So that is the value it should refresh. Let's give some time and let it refresh. In the meanwhile, we will proceed with other topic. So with this, you understood the advantages of using folder connector. In the case of folder connector, you can load multiple files in one go. Instead of loading each and every file individually, all you need to just specify the folder name, the main folder, and the subfolders files that are available under the main folder will also get loaded into Power BI Desktop automatically. And also the other advantage of this one is once you do any kind of data transformation, right? Any new file comes, the same steps will get applied to the new file also. For example, you have removed supposing you are removing this column. If any new file comes, in that file row.id is there, it will automatically apply this step to the new file also. The row.id will get removed. Hope you understood the advantages of folder connector. You don't have to load each and every file manually. And in Power BI Cloud Service, we can schedule the data refresh also. What will happen is, based on the date and time, you schedule the data refresh. As and when the file gets loaded here, the report will also get refreshed, so that your report in the cloud will have the up-to-date data in it. You understood? Understood or not? Or can I explain it one more time? Aditya, Nitesh, Sumati, okay, you joined just now. Priyanka and Sudeep. Aditya, are you able to understand? Cool. Fine. So then it's fine. Okay, if you are able to understand. Very good, Nitesh. Sumati, don't worry. Okay, I will share the link, the playlist link. You can watch it. Okay. See, just now we started this batch. What you do is you just watch this, at least these files, regularly. The videos in this folder. Okay. So that at least in Power BI you can do wonders. Fine. So we are done with the folder connector. So now the question is, in the case of folder connector, okay, sir, can I keep the mix of CSV files as well as the Excel files, JSON files? So will it take into account of all the types of files? No. So you need to make sure that you keep only, the CSV files. You see, in this folder, you cannot have a mix of files. You can have it, but it will not work. It will go and take only the CSV files. If you have the mix of JSON files, XML files, it will not work. This is the limitation. And then the second thing is the column orders. For example, in this April file, on the March file, I have 10 columns are there. In April file, I have just 8 columns are there. Then, it will fail. The job will fail. Make sure that in both the files, the columns, number of columns should be same. Okay. And both the files, the column order can be different. For example, here you have column 1 is there, column 2, column 3, column 4 is there, whereas here column 1, column 3, column 2 is there. Still it will work. Behind the scene, it will check, okay, this column 1 data should go, in this file, the column 1 data should go to this file's column 1. But in the column 3, second column is column 3 here, but column 3 data will go to the column 3, the corresponding column 3 in the master.csv. The column order can be different, but the number of columns should be same and the type of file should also be same. Only then the folder connector will work. And the other question is, in case of any duplicates, there are some records that are there in my March got repeated here. No, there will be some duplicate. So you need to check after completion of load, whether, after merging these two files, whether, does this combined file has any duplicate records in it. You need to check it. You need to test it. Okay. These are the things you need to keep in mind when you work with the folder connector.